We have a 2001 Dodge Grand Caravan. We're going to go through the steps in replacing the fuel pump. We'll start by bleeding the pressure off the system using our pressure relief valve on our gauge. Be sure and capture the fuel into a safe container. Before beginning any repair, disconnect the negative battery cable. In order to do a proper fuel pump replacement, we need to clean the inside of the tank, and that will require the removal of the tank. At the left rear of the tank, loosen the filler pipe. You will work the filler tube off as you lower the tank, and disconnect the vent line. At the right front of the tank, disconnect the emissions line. When removing the fuel line, there may be some residual pressure. Be sure and capture this fuel into a safe container. With the fuel tank properly supported, remove the tank straps. With the tank partially lowered, remove the fuel filler hose and work the vent line through the frame. With the tank in this position, disconnect the electrical connection, making sure to slide the safety tab over. With everything disconnected, we can now remove the tank from under the vehicle. It's a good idea to clean the outside of the tank before removing the module assembly. This will keep any excessive debris from getting in the tank. With the outside of the tank thoroughly cleaned, remove the fuel lines. Remove the fuel line retainer clips and insert into the fuel lines. Remove the locking ring using a non-ferrous brass punch, turning it counterclockwise. Inspect the locking ring, making sure it's not damaged in any way that would hinder its reuse. Remove the module from the tank. Keep in mind that there is a reservoir that will hold residual fuel. Be sure and capture this into a safe container. At this point, we need to drain the remaining fuel into a safe container and then clean the inside of the tank. We want to be sure that the tank is as clean as possible to allow a clean environment for the fuel pump. With the inside of the tank thoroughly cleaned, we're ready to install the new Airtex fuel pump module. The new Airtex fuel pump module comes with 2 tank seals. Match the appropriate seal to your application. With the new tank seal in place, lower the module into location. With the module fully seated in the tank, install the lock ring, turning it clockwise into position. Connect the fuel lines, making sure they're fully seated. For ease of installation, we'll remove the retainer clips and install into the fuel line and emissions line fittings. As you raise the tank into position, reconnect the electrical connection, making sure to slide the safety retainer into position. Work the fuel vent line through the frame and reattach the fuel filler hose. With the tank fully raised, reconnect the vent line and tighten the filler hose. Reinstall the tank strap. Reconnect the fuel line and emissions line. With the repair complete, reattach the negative battery cable. Cycle a key 2 to 3 times in order to charge the system. Start the vehicle. Monitor fuel pressure, make sure it's within vehicle specification. Now before we remove our pressure gauge, we'll shut the vehicle off and bleed the pressure using our pressure gauge, making sure to capture any fuel into a safe container.